Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Trending Now. I'm your host Sangamita and I have so much drama to dive into today. But before that, please make sure you like, share and comment on today's video and also subscribe to our YouTube page, Radio 1 International. Okay, let's start off with Kanye and his new album, Bully. So he released his first draft of his album, Bully, which is 45 minutes long on YouTube. And he produced this entire short film where his son, Saint West, is wrestling a bunch of wrestlers, and in my opinion, it's kind of really cute if you go watch it. And apparently the name of this album is called Bully because it's inspired by his own son being a bully. So Saint West kicked somebody and Kanye was like, why'd you do that? And he was like, because he was weak. And Kanye was like, damn, my son's a bully. So that is why it's called Bully. Now, this album is actually pretty well received by a lot of people. So the whole discussion of, separating the art from the artist is very hot right now on the internet. But I want to know what you guys think. Can you do that? Do you have the ability to separate the art from the artist? And also let me know what you guys think of his new album. Now let's talk about Snow White's live action remake. I hate it. I hate it so much because Snow White is one of my favorite movies ever. I am such a sucker, or I used to be such a sucker for Disney princess movies. I grew up on them and this just zapped all of that magic and the fairy tale essence from it. And I feel like every live action does that, to be very honest. I feel like they're all cash grabs. Except for Maleficent, I haven't enjoyed a single live action remake. Now let's talk about the Snow White live action remake a little more in detail. First up, let's talk about the cast. Now my problem with live action remakes is they go overboard and try to be very woke. Oh yes, diversity, feminism, they're all very important. Don't get me wrong, don't cancel me just yet. But they push it in a way that just does not translate well in these kind of live action remakes. Rachel Zegler is a Colombian woman who has been cast for Snow White, and her whole appeal is that she's really fair and Rachel Zegler is not. So that kind of threw me off when I found out about the casting in the first place. Also, Gal Gadot, she does not do a good job at being the queen. I'm so sorry, but I just hated it. Also, the CGI in this film was just horrendous. It was so bad. The dwarfs, oh my god, don't even get me started. They look horrifying. They look like they're straight out of my nightmares. The dwarfs in the original Snow White movie, they're so cute, and these horrifying creatures, I don't know what they are. Now let's talk about what kind of message they're trying to push in this movie. Honestly, I don't know. It is super confusing. The dwarfs play no role. The man, the prince, he plays no role. It seems like Snow White wants to do everything herself. And I feel like all of this is in a desperate attempt to push the whole feminism, we're diverse, you don't need a man to save you kind of thing. Now, will I waste 2 hours of my time to watch this? Absolutely not. I've heard enough. And I am not going to let this live action ruin the original Snow White for me. This was just a huge modern day mess. Now let's talk about Selena Gomez's new album, I Said I Love You First, with her fiancé Benny Blanco. Now a lot of people are speculating that her songs are a diss towards Justin Bieber, especially her song How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten. Everybody on the internet, they're speculating that this is about Justin Bieber. Now, is it about him? Now there are a lot of lyrics that could be talking about him. They honestly could be talking about any of her exes. Now Selena Gomez, she addressed this kind of, not really, but she basically said that people are gonna interpret this however they wanna, but it's just an exploration of her past, her present, her future, as well as Benny Blanco's. So what if it's about him? I honestly feel like it's not, and she's just moved past it. She is so in love with Benny Blanco. Justin seems to be super in love with Hailey, so let these people be. I feel like the internet will never get over Selena and Justin ever dating, but just let these guys rest and be happy with their new partners. What do you guys think? Do you think it's about Justin?
94.3 Radio 1.